the active practice of gratitude is one of the most powerful, life-changing practices and one of the easiest that we can participate in. We're going to take a look this morning at 7 habits of highly grateful people. So it is moving far and wide in the culture, and rightfully so, and we all stand to benefit as a result of that. Yet there are a couple of challenges we face with regard to gratitude. One of those is that we we do live in a consumer-oriented society. And that consumer-oriented society is forever giving us messages to not be satisfied with what we have, but to always be looking for what we don't have, believing that what we don't have is better and will make us happier. And so this constant consuming of stuff in the hopes of happiness eats away and stands in the way of really practicing the feeling of gratitude, which is about practicing being grateful for right here, right now. There's a second challenge that we have, and it is a challenge that we have tended to become as a society of people that feel entitled. Entitlement is the attitude that says, I deserve what I want, when I want it, how I want it, as fast as possible for the cheapest possible price. And don't stand in my way of getting it. There's a part of our teaching of metaphysics that says, expect the best. And on one hand, that's a healthy and good thing. But the shadow side of that, if we are not careful, is that we can slip into this attitude of expecting the best and becoming overly demanding and completely unappreciative of anything that doesn't meet that high standard of the absolute best. We need to watch that part of us, if indeed it has happened, that has moved into an energy of entitlement, that the world, that life, that everyone owes me something just because I'm here. So habits of highly grateful people. What are those habits? Habit number 1, and this one might surprise you. Highly grateful people do think about death and loss. That can sound negative, right? And yet, if we are willing to think about our own death, if we are willing to think about the fact that the things that we enjoy right now could possibly be gone tomorrow, whether things or people, when we keep that perspective, we will naturally appreciate more what we have right now. To be truly grateful, it requires a willingness to realize and not take for granted the good that we have right here and right now. Habit number 2, they take the time to notice and savor positive experiences. Emphasis on the words notice and savor. When we savor something, we are really paying attention, right? When we savor something, we are anchoring that feeling into our minds and into our bodies, much more so than if we just kind of skim the surface and just go through an experience. Third habit, they take the good things in life as gifts, not birthrights. And that goes back to the entitlement piece. Highly grateful people are aware of the gifts that they enjoy, but they don't take them as a birthright. They take them as something that's a blessing, something that's been freely given, something that is not an entitlement, but an enjoyment, a blessing. A fourth habit of highly grateful people is that their gratitude is specific, spoken, and consistent. When you can say thank you to someone in a specific way, it's that much more meaningful. If you keep a gratitude journal, to challenge yourself to look for something new and specific every single day. Number 5, they are not just grateful for stuff. They are grateful for people, and they express that gratitude to the people. You have people like that in your life. Don't ever undervalue yourself and the contribution you can make by simply remembering and reaching out to some of the people that have somehow made your life a better life. And tell them that. Call them up, write them a note, make a connection. Habit number 6, they thank outside the box. I know you've heard the expression to think outside the box, and I like that one a lot. To me, to thank outside of the box is to practice advanced gratitude. Ordinary gratitude is saying thank you after something nice has been done for you. That's basically good manners, right? To thank outside of the box is to practice advanced spiritual thanking, which is to say thank you before. Is there something you're wanting to bring forth in your life? Some good, some project, some goal that is not yet in manifest form in your life? I bet there is. Are you giving thanks now for it? Can you move into the energy of gratitude now before it has actually taken physical form? The same kind of gratitude you will feel once it is here. If you can move into that now, you become a powerful magnetizer to help bring that into your life experience. That is basic metaphysics 101. And then the last habit that I would share with you is they actually practice. Now you might say, well, that's all you've been talking about with all the other habits. But they practice with some sort of specific ritual around gratitude. It might be keeping on a daily basis a gratitude journal. It may be having the practice of writing thank you notes to people on a consistent basis, not just in response to some action that has been done recently, but in reflecting back on actions that have been done in the past. It might be to keep one of those old-fashioned gratitude jars where you write down the things that you are grateful for, the people you are grateful for, the experiences in your life that you are grateful for. And you put them in that jar and you watch that jar get bigger and bigger. So I've shared with you 7 habits of highly grateful people. I hope 1 or 2 of them are ones that you want to recommit yourself to, especially this week as we gather together as a country around the theme of Thanksgiving. Let it be not just about the turkey, but let it be about the experience of a grateful heart. I want to close with 2 of my favorite quotes on gratitude and Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, I don't know who to credit either of these to. What if you woke up tomorrow with only the things you had thanked God for today? And the other, enjoy the little things in life, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. They were the big things. Namaste.